So this is my Android 13 deck. On his front side, he has a permanent. If Android 14 and Android 15 are in your drop area, you can activate this card's Awaken when your life is 6 or less. But on average, his Awaken is 4 or less. You draw 2 cards and flip them over. But if you got 14 and 15 in the graveyard, you'll be able to Awaken at 6 life instead, which is awesome because you want to get to his Awaken side, because the Awaken side will be part of your part of your deck's main strategy. Auto ability: when your opponent's Son Goku or battle card with an energy cost 6 or less is placed in the drop area from any area by one of your skills, the card gains critical. Which is what you want. It's great to have a leader, obviously with critical. Critical is a very good effect to have on a leader, especially critical with double strike or dual attack. That combination is deadly. But I did not put no double strike abilities into this deck. I just wanted to make it mono green. I didn't want to splash anything to add double strike into the deck. But you can if you want, of course, into your build. And his second auto ability is when this card attacks, draw a card, which is standard. Right to the main deck. So we got 4 copies of the 7-drop Android 13. I initially didn't want to play with him, but then when I found out that he has the Dawn of Terror Android 13, I'm like, oh, okay. Kind of like so, I can use Android 13 Dawn of Terror to summon Android Unending Destruction Android 13. It's like, alright, I'll give it a try. I'll play it. I like this little chain concept, right? So I'll give it a try. But his effect is pretty decent, especially if you combo it with the effects of your other cards, because it kind of doubles the effects of your other cards. So he's a 30k double strike, so he's a finisher, obviously, right? And then his first auto effect is when you play this card, your opponent chooses one of their battle cards and KOs it. It's always good to have some way of getting rid of something on your opponent's side of the field, especially if it's a battle card that's in attack, that's in active mode, so you can't attack it to take it out. You can at least take it out with an effect, right? Second auto ability is when one of your opponent's battle cards is placed into the drop area from any area by any of your skills other than Unending Destruction Android 13 skill, his first auto skill. Your opponent chooses one card from their hand and places it into the drop area. So that's useful. So if I have him on the 13 on the field and then I summon 15, then my opponent will discard a card from the hand, right? From 15's ability. And if it's a battle card, then Android 13 auto ability would kick in and he'll have to discard another card. So that's 2 cards for the price of 1, right? So that's a pretty good strategy, Gotta control your opponent's hands so you can get your attacks through, especially you're trying to get your leader's crits to go through, so the less ability your opponent has to block, the better. So you want to keep his hand size small and your hand size big, as always, right? Alright, so Terra Android 13, 20k, 4-drop, Union Absorb, 1 green energy, choose up to one each of Android 14 and Android 15 from your drop area and place them under this card. So you're going to need both 14 and 15. And you grab one of each copy and then you place it under this card. Choose up to one Android 13 with an energy cost 7 from your deck and play it on top of this card, then shuffle your deck. This deck has a lot of 14s and 15s, so it wouldn't be that hard to get 14s and 15s to the graveyard. Especially when you're trying to use 14, 15 to help you awaken. So obviously you'll be able to meet that requirement. And then auto ability. When you play this card, your opponent chooses one of their battle cards and KOs it. So this of course will help trigger Android 13, the 7 drops ability. If you summon a second copy of this, obviously this will be used to evolve into him. Union Absorb. Alright, so we have Unfeeling Destroyer Android 14. He's a 20k double strike. You know, that's always good to deal 2 damage. Auto, when you play this card, your opponent chooses one of their battle cards and KOs it. This skill is used to KO a battle card with an energy cost 3 or less. Draw a card. So you'll gain a card while your opponent loses the card. So that's always good. Plus, again, if you have Destruction Android 13 on the field, your opponent will have to discard a card. Combination attack Android 14. Auto, during your turn, when you combo with this card, if your leader card is Android, which it is, your opponent chooses one of their battle cards and KOs it. So it's a, you know, a good way to trigger your leader's ability, as well to get crit, but also will trigger your Destruction Android 13's ability to make your opponent discard a card. Then we have Unfeeling Destroyer Android 15. When you play this card, your opponent chooses one card from their hand and places it into the drop area. If that card is a battle card with an energy cost 4 or more, draw a card. That's always good. He's a 20k. Android 15, just saying hi. Auto, when you play this card, your opponent chooses one card from the hand and places it into the drop area. Then we have Terrible Creator Android 20. When you play this card, choose up to one battle card which includes Android in its card name other than Android 20 from your deck and add it to your hand. This is essentially just an extra copy of 15, 14. You know, you can obviously get Android 13. So it's obviously a good way to get what you need, especially if you're trying to do the Android 13 chain, as it were. So it's always good to have that. Then we have Dr. Duel, Evil's Inventor, the 1-drop. When you play this card, look at up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 Android and among them and add it to your hand, and then shuffle the rest back into the deck. And more than half the deck is Android, so you'll be able to use this to add pretty much anything, any of the Androids. So that's always good. Again, it's just like another copy of any of the 14s and 15s you might need. Then we have Stouthearted Android 16. Use your super combo. Auto, when you combo with this card, if your leader card is a green Android and your life is 4 or less, your opponent chooses one card from their hand and places it into the drop area, and then this card gains 10,000 combo for the duration of the turn. Again, another way to make your opponent lose a card from their hand. Especially what's cool about this is obviously this is a combo card, therefore by you making them lose a card from their hand, they'll have less cards in their hand to combo with. Create Android. It's a really good 1-drop, especially for when you go first turn, to be able to draw 2 cards and then put a card from your hand to graveyard. Obviously you want to send a 14 or a 15 to the graveyard in order to help you waken sooner, as well as be able to get into your Android 13 Union Absorb combo, right? So you definitely gotta have that. Gotta have some type of discard outlet other than comboing, right? And then sometimes you just need to bring something back, especially if something was used in a combo and whatnot. Essentially it's just a extra copy of anything that's green, of course, and costs 5 or less. So that's all your Androids. You know what I mean? As you can see, it's all your Androids. you know, even Android 20, and they all get their, you know, when you play them effects. So you can use that card to bring back Dr. Droll and then get Dr. Droll's ability, or Android 20 and then get a search out of it, and so on and so on. The only one you can't get back obviously is Android 13, the unending destruction, but if you could, that'd be just broke. But anyway, then we have self-absorption, just to go with the whole hand aspect, as well as you'll be able to you know, if you have Android 13 on the field and you play this, you'll be able to trigger his ability, you know, and make them lose even more cards from hand. So having more hand control, plus it's just a staple green card in my opinion. It's a must-have in all green. And then, and this is another potential must-have stable in all green, finishing Spirit Bomb Son Goku. You can X evolve him for 1 green, place 1 card from your hand into the drop area, choose a green Son Goku with an energy cost 5 or more, and play this card on top of it. You're not going to do any of that. But it's a 25k double strike auto. When this card attacks, choose up to 3 green battle cards in your drop area and combo with them. And in this deck, it won't be that hard to get, you know, battle cards in the graveyard. Obviously, get your combo with them, then they'll end up in the graveyard. Then when you finally play this and then attack with this, you get to combo with them. And remember what happens? They go right back to the graveyard. That way, next time when you attack, you grab those same battle cards you used to combo with already and combo again. So you can, so let's say you have 3 battle cards in the graveyard, 10Ks. The 10k each, that's 30k added to his power. So you're already making him a 55k attacker that's double strike. So can't argue with that. It's essentially free. The other thing is obviously using it with cards that have effects when they're being comboed, like obviously your super combo card. Because now, if you bring this Android 16, especially if you bring back all 3 copies, not only are you getting 30k extra power boost, you know, making you a 55k double striker, you know, hopefully you can finish off your opponent at that point. You're also going to make them lose 3 cards from their hand, which is going to make it even harder for them to combo or to negate. Yeah, I mean, right? I mean, well, they can negate, but it'll be they'll lose a lot of cards from their hands. Is what I'm saying. It's like, even if they do negate your attack, it don't matter. You still will get your auto effect, still get your combo off, you know, because that's the thing, it's an effect. So you still can grab your Android 16s and still make them lose cards from their hands. Oh my god, that's just powerful. And that's the end of the video. We're finishing Spirit Bomb Son Goku. Finishing it off. Woohoo!